What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Fans Anonymous. I apologize for this review being so behind. There's no excuse. There's no excuse, but The Gifted, episode 10. Oh my God, this was one of the best episodes of The Gifted that I've ever watched. We got to a lot of different plot points where people that I thought were shady were found out to be shady. They found out to be shady. That doggone telepath. I told y'all something was up about that telepath. So we start the episode off. Previously we had Blink, Dreamer, and the Alarm were captured by Sentinel Services. If you remember, and the Alarm were going to use that power to tear down the whole building and escape, but they realized that if they did that they would kill a lot of innocent people, and they didn't want that on their conscience or on their hands, their blood on their hands. That's a good decision, kids. Very good decision making. Keep that going. So they're all captured. They're all sent to the Sentinel Services prisons. But then Dr. Campbell, part of his bargain with Jace, said, hey, I want the mutants here with me. I'm going to be doing some experimenting and doing some labs over at Trask Industries. So we take the mutants over to Trask, and then he wants to experiment with them. He has Blink and Dreamer locked up in the cells, and they're contemplating on what's going to happen. Dreamer, she's never been in prison before like that, and Blink's like, hey, don't worry, we're going to be okay. I guarantee you. Johnny loves you. We're talking about Thunderbird. He loves you. He's going to find a way to get you out. He's going to find a way to save all of us. Trust me. And of course, back at the Mutant Underground, that's exactly what they were doing. They were trying to find a way to get them out. So we move forward to some good old comic booky stuff. I like when the stuff gets comic book, I get to getting excited. So what happened was we had Dr. Campbell. He brought Andy and Lauren into this room. This room was made of metal. And he said, I want to see you all use the power. I know who you are. You are exactly the descendants of your great-great-grandfather, your great-grandfather, and your great aunt. So you have the powers of Fenris the Wolf, comic book. That's comic book canon right there. So he said, I want you to do this. I want, put your hands together. Let's see this power used. We have these walls here that are impenetrable. They're made of animanium. He said they're made of animanium. I started getting excited. I was like, oh, here we go. So the walls are made of animanium. And he said, it took me a long time to find this stuff, but it was found in an old military outpost in British Columbia. So we know who that is. We know that that's the Weapon X facility where Logan and Deadpool and a lot of other people were created to fight, X-Force stuff, getting stuff like that. This is an X-Men show, so stuff like this is going to pop up. They said they were going to do it. He said, fine, that's cool, but you have to do this the hard way. So we get back to the Mutant Underground, and that freaking telepath, Esmer, whatever she is, she's a telepath traitor. So we get there, and what we found out, she has the ability to look at people's memories, and then she uses that to turn around and inflict decisions or put decisions on them. So what she had the Struckers to do, she said, you guys know Detective Jace, because she looked at their memories. She said, you should go talk to Agent Turner. See if you can get him to get them to move the mutants from Trask to the prisons, so that you can save the kids. Maybe you should go talk to him. So that's what they decided to do. They got a gun and then went to go talk to Jace. So while they're at Jace's house, they're talking to him, and the wife is there. They came in with the gun, kind of held him at gunpoint, but they all sat down and talked. And they expressed what was really happening in those laboratories. And Jace's wife was like, wait a minute, what are you doing in our daughter's name? What are you doing to these people? So she wasn't happy about that. And I told a lot of you all from the beginning, I said this from the beginning of the show, that I felt like Jace was going to be that person that was on the bad side, but he was going to slowly come in the middle and then slowly make his way over once things didn't pan out for him. So they decided to plead to their heart, like, hey, help us do this. I want our children to be free, and his wife had a lot to do with that decision. So he decided to go ahead and go off and try to get Campbell to release the mutants. Meanwhile, Campbell said he was going to do this the hard way. He brings Dreamer, he brings Blink into the room on camera where they're able to be seen by Andy and Lauren. He says, if you don't do it, something bad is going to happen. So Dreamer tells them, don't do anything for him. He turns around and pops Dreamer in the chest, kills her. That's when they decide, let's go ahead and do this, because the next person that's going to be killed was Blink. So they used their power, and the power was just so magnificent. It was tearing up the walls. And at the animanium wall, the only thing it did to that animanium wall was melt it. So they were upset because they felt like we did this for nothing. We could have just did this in the beginning and nobody would have died. At the same time, we got the telepath. And they, at this time, they know that they're going to move the mutants from Trax back to the prison. She decides to get everybody up together, and well, they all decide to go together to try to take down the transport and save their friends. All right. At the same time, so the Struckers come back. One of the mutants there, he's like, "How dare you all come back?" And he's like, well, what's the issue? He was like, "Yeah, the telepath said that you all decided to go off and talk to Jace by yourselves." And they was like, "Well, it wasn't our idea. It was her idea. She's the one that told us." And that's when they all realized something was up. Now, here's where we get to that comic booky stuff again. We're getting deep. So, the telepath, they're all there. They're all at the scene. The mutants are being transported. At that time, she shocks Marcos while they're on a stakeout. She walks through the gate. She goes to Jace's partner that we've been seeing. She tells him to shoot Jace in the shoulder. She then tells him she first tells him to turn the mutant collars off, which would allow them to use their powers. Then she tells him to shoot Jace in the shoulder, shoot himself in the head. The man took a gun and said, kapow, straight through the head. Then she told one of the guys, "I want you to get in the car. I want you to pull the pin on the grenade, hold it, get in the car, and let the grenade go off." At that point, the car blows up. Jace gets blasted back. He's already down because he's got shot. They go to the truck, well, not the truck, but the bus. Two people walk off, and they look exactly like the telepath. Now here's the comic booky stuff. This group of girls, they are canon X-Men characters called the Stepford Cuckoos. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but that's what it looks like. The Stepford Cuckoos. There's a picture of them right here. The Stepford Cuckoos, they're these telepathic triplets. They have the ability to make people do what they want to do and change things and change people's ideas and thoughts and give people thoughts and ideas. And it is very, very deadly. So now at this time, the mutants are basically free because she also told everybody to shoot each other. So all the Sentinel service guards and Trax guards, they've all shot and killed each other. Amazing episode. I don't know, Fox shows went a little bit longer. I don't know if that was the mid-season finale or we're going to get another episode this coming Monday. I don't know. So hopefully we will. I want to know what you guys thought about The Gifted episode 10. It was an amazing episode. I truly loved it. And what did you think about the whole triplet situation? I knew something was up with that girl. I knew it. Coming up, we got a lot of stuff coming up. Don't forget our Star Wars The Last Jedi review will be coming this Sunday from a very special location. We'll see you guys in the next video.